You see, the thing is, right, jealousy is an emotion that it doesn't go anywhere. You feel it and you can't really use that energy for something good. That's why you need to repicture it. Now, as I started to get into self-improvement, right, I would begin to compare myself to people who are doing similar things to me. So maybe they're getting into working out like I was around about 2 years ago now. Maybe they're getting into working out and I'm seeing these body transformations, right? And I'm comparing myself to these standards. But when you do that, you're setting yourself up to put yourself in a bad light. Now, the reason you have to be careful when you compare yourself is, number one, every single person is different and has been brought up in a different way. Everyone has different circumstances and different factors that you don't know about, right? You don't know the full picture. You just don't. That's just how it is, right? No one's going to show you everything, especially online, man. So take things you see with a pinch of salt, alright? I'm not saying that every person who's on a transformation is a lie, because that's not true. But you need to take your time with it. And this can be applied to everything, whether it's learning how to make money online, building up your physique, getting stronger, learning a skill, whatever, right? First thing you need to understand is that, you know what, everyone's got a different starting point. Now, what used to happen to me is I'd be on YouTube, right, and obviously the algorithm is noticing that I'm getting into working out, right, and I would see transformations and it would really piss me off, because they would do it in this long, they would do it maybe 1 year. I'll look at myself after a year and I'm like, well, I don't look anything like that. And you know what, I'm stronger than I was, I look better than I was, but because I'm not at that level that they are, I think that I'm just like, what the hell? Like, it pisses me off. And it really used to hit me. And this would be in multiple aspects of life. So whether it's getting into making money online and someone's doing a very similar thing to me and they're doing way better than me and they're the same age as me, or maybe they're even younger, that would piss me off as well. And it's a feedback loop you have to stop. You need to reframe it, okay? The thing that helped me was not seeing these people as competition. They're not your competition, bro. They're your comrades. They're on the same journey as you. You have to see them as your teammate, not as your competition. And then when you learn to reframe that as someone who you would like to emulate and learn from, you can begin to learn from what they have done already, whether it's something you're trying to do. Now, that is not easy to do. Like, that is really hard, I'm not gonna lie. Because envy and jealousy is a natural emotion, okay? When you see someone doing exactly what you want to do, and you can't do that yet, or for whatever reason, it hits you a little bit. You know, it does. I'm not going to say it doesn't, because it does. You feel it. And you know what? That's just part of being human. That's part of it. But the thing is, we're conscious, and we can deal with these emotions and put it into good use. You can take that energy, that dark energy you have towards that person, and you can stop coming up with the BS excuses in your mind, like, oh, they must have had a head start, or somebody must have helped them, and you give yourself all these excuses to comfort yourself, to comfort your ego. But you know what, sometimes the best way to grow is to just drop the ego, you know? Like, these people who are doing better than you in whatever aspect you're trying to get better at, if they are better than you, chances are, yes, they may have started, they may have had a head start to you, you know? Obviously, right, if you were to do a 100-meter sprint, okay, and the guy in front of you starts 20 meters ahead, obviously, he's got a head start, but you may not know that he's got the head start, right? You may not know that, so you can't compare yourself to everyone to such a micro level. You have to see it as a general picture, you know? Even if he started 20 meters in front of you, he's still put in the work to speed up his time in that race, you know? He's still put in the work, or she has put in the work to get to the position they are in. They've still done some work, and I'm sure that as you repicture it, in your mind as not competition, as someone who's on the same journey as you, you can start to learn from them and understand the mistakes they made along the way and the successes they made along the way. And this, bro, like, guys, this isn't easy, right? This, I'm telling you, I've struggled with this for a long time, and I'm only starting to really get it now, because I would see people who were literally younger than me, right, on YouTube, doing better than me in this aspect, whatever, right? And it used to really rile me up. And now I'm just like, you know what, bro? Like, you're never going to be the very best, the very top at one thing, right? It's very unlikely, okay? There's always going to be someone who's better than you. But that's not a bad thing. That means you know that there's more room to grow. There's a bigger ceiling to achieve. And you can learn from these people. You can learn from these people who are ahead of you in this certain aspect. And learn faster. And use that. Use that as motivation to just keep pushing, you know? Because, bro, like, these feelings that affect your ego, affect your pride, they're some of the hardest ones to combat. And I'm telling you, if you learn how to do this now, not tomorrow, not in like 2 years, right? You start to learn how to combat these emotions now. It'll put your mindset in the best place possible. You will draw people to you. You won't have these sickening emotions that it's natural for everyone, but you can use it to your advantage. It's not easy, boys. It's not easy, boys and girls. But I'm telling you, it is the thing to do. And as I've started to repicture, I've started to, you know, really be. I'd appreciate, you know, someone who's like similar to me and they're doing better than me. I'll be like, you know what, fair play, you know, good job, mate. And I'll try ask them, you know, if I actually know the person, I'll try, you know, learn from them and see them as a teammate, not as competition, you know, because not everyone is competing with you, bro. It's a competition with yourself. Compete with yourself because you know where you started. You don't know where this person started or that person started. You don't know their upbringing. You don't know their connections. You don't know any of it, right? It's unknown. All that you know is where you started from. That's all that matters. Learn from other people's journeys. Learn from their mistakes. Learn from their successes. And that's it, boys. That's it, boys and girls. You'll push through it. You'll push through it. I'm on this journey with you guys. You know? It's not easy. I'm only 18, right? Still young. But you know what? There's time. There's time that I have now, and I want to make sure I can get my mind in the best place possible so I can achieve the things that I want to do in my life. And hopefully, you know what? Everything goes to plan. I look back at this video in like 3, 4, 5 years and be like, you know what? Good shit, bro. You did some good stuff. That's the plan, at least. That's the plan, at least. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I've got some more videos coming out soon. I've got some in the works. Traveling content is coming. So if you've made it this far, all right. If you made it this far, bro, I appreciate you. If you made it this far, comment X, just comment 1X, right? Just letter X if you made it this far, because bro, like, my watch time is not high, so my viewer retention is not the best. So you know what? I actually I appreciate you. But yeah, enough of that. I will see you guys in the next video.